the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go here in New Orleans. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
18, what's up?
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 18, what's up?
In motion now, it's Collins. Look wide. Get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 3rd and long.
All right. 18, what's up?
From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It is a big-time play for Houston. 45 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Julian Blackman on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Man in motion is Ingram.
18, what's up?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Houston. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and we can't do it a lot better than that.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Next to his tight end, Juwan Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flag. Gonna be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Oh, hey. 18. What's that? Eleven.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this to about the 28. It's Carl Grandison this time to make the tackle.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9.
19 Texans. On the quick, right? 18. What's that?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Keyshawn Nixon, the return man. This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll bring this up to the 22. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On play action. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Ryan receives. He gets in to drop him for his 1st sack of the young season. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Go!
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Ariza now as he is on to punt for New Orleans. This returnable for Hardman. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10.
18. Outside.
The tight end going in motion to the left. His drive will start on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
So after one, 14-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and 11. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
18. Outside.
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 88 yards. Touchdown, Houston. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
2 yards.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
First and 10 at the 43.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, it's White. White loses the football. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
They'll go play action with Stroud. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now give on the ground, and he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Kindly Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans extend the lead to 24-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 24 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Shaheed with the catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
This one complete to Palmer. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Saints first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He's got his man. That's Olave. Pitch pickup of 14 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on. Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10.
Hurt. Dragon 60. Nineteen tight. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Saints are on the board now here in this second quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 18 yards, and a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
This one intercepted. Picked up by the former Sooner, Danny Stutzman.
Stroud's pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Tag. Bronco 80. 79 Broncos.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Set up. 19 Tiger.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Third and long.
Ready? Trap 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Why, Tony. All right.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Nixon on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Warrior 70. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Swing this one out to White. Saints going to use their second timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Cowboy 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Mustang 19. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Hey, uno more. Here we go, let's go. Mikey, 18, what's that?
On first down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's Nixon on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set it.
They'll start this on the ground. Here's White. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Here we go. 18 Rattler, 18 Dragon 60.
He connects with Palmer on that one. He's across midfield. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 39 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Forced out wide. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
To the ground, a first down run. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
How's it tonight? What? 18, what's that?
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've helped.
And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will add one more onto their big lead.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll find his running back, White. And mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Saints first down.
1st and 10.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bison. 60. Go.
They'll look to throw again. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by, there is a lot of space open underneath. So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
That is caught, and he will go all the way. Trey Palmer, touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
I'll tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on 4th down, and then there's being really aggressive on 4th down. They weren't just trying to get an inch past the sticks. They were going for broke, but hey, when you have trust in your quarterback and your downfield weapons, I don't blame them.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
2-point conversion.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
They bring the tight end in motion. Up the middle they go. The ball comes out. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did. And they will keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And this is quickly becoming a drive to forget here for the offense. They narrowly escaped danger on the previous play, and now they follow it up by allowing a sack. So it's about as bad a 2-play sequence as you can have, aside from turning the ball over.
third and long.
All right. 18. That's it. Hey, Uno Mars.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Moving to his right. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. To return, it's Dixon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 36-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to the air once more on second down. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
19 Tiger. Just Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Throwing now on third and long. Exiting the pocket right. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
7 Pirates. Ready?
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's taken in. And he is going to have a Saints first down on what will be a big play there for fourth and long.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Panther 11. Go.
Back to the air one more time. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Great Palmer. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and great awareness meets great scheme. All you need is great execution. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right. 18. That's it.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how he wanted to start his drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
All right. 18. That's it.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Digs on the reception. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Houston.
Here we go.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
18. What's that? Good.
Probably see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
That's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with him again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 22. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here's Nixon on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Mustang 19.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took up way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
All right.
Covering for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
They'll go again here with Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down.
Here we go. Tony.
It's another run here for Williams.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Going to get away here. Great cover. They pin him down inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air one out for Palmer. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
You know, Mike, anytime you decide you're going to air it out back up on your own goal line, the defense understands the risk. They understand the quarterback wants to get that ball out of his hand fast. They're going to take some chances, jump some routes. And they're lucky that wasn't a pick six, and instead, just resulting in that turnover.
Wow, what's that? On 18. What's that?
On the ground, this is Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Dell, the motion man. On second down, a run with Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
2 runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15.
Here we go. On 18. What's that?
A give, and here comes Williams. And they're not going to even sniff the first down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
On the set.
The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Come on. 60 Bison. Ready?
He'll get this out wide. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out to his right. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Panther 60.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
60 Bison.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. Saints will use their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And now here comes the punt team as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Hit that a little too well. It lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback.
Lions. Ready? 70 Lions. Dragon 60. Ready?
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They get